Character is like a tree, reputation like its shadow. The shadow is what we think it is, the tree is the real thing. Abraham Lincoln. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another one of our life lessons videos here at Step Up to Greatness with me, your greatness facilitator, Dustin Gruss. This is the place to get your tips, your tricks, your life hacks, your inspiration, your motivation, your whatchamacallits, your ideas and concepts to help move you forward towards a life of greatness. These videos drop on Mondays, and don't forget midweek we have our Pick Me Up with the SU2G Step Up to Greatness podcast available on your major podcast providers, or you can catch both these videos and the podcast at my website, www.stepuptogreatness.com. Make sure you keep tuning in. Now, by show of hands, who has told a lie about themselves before? Who has pretended to be someone that they're not? Who has done something out of character just to try to fit in with a group or individual? Who thinks it's weird that in a video I'm asking you to raise your hand? Okay, well, aside from that last one, with those falsehoods and false representations of yourself, what was the idea behind it? What was your focus on in those moments? Yes, there was probably some personal gain behind it, but the main idea is that you were trying to change how people perceive you. You wanted to control what they thought of you. You were focused on your reputation. And we want people to see the sparkling, smooth, polished versions of ourselves. It's natural, it's who we are. And you might be asking yourself, well, Dustin, as a greatness facilitator, aren't you always encouraging us to be the greatest versions of ourselves? That's a good point. I'm glad you mentioned it. Yes, I do want you to become the greatest version of yourself, but the authentic greatest you, which is not perfect, because none of us are perfect. Author and podcaster Serena Rao said, in a world where everyone has a voice, the only personal brand that will stand out is one that is honest, imperfect, vulnerable, and rough around the edges. When you polish anything too much, it makes it lose whatever makes it shine from within. And I think that's so true. We spend so much time trying to portray ourselves as so smooth and polished and this great version of ourselves, when really, if we just are honest and represent ourselves and our beliefs and our values as who we really are, that's going to make so much bigger of an impact on our lives and the people around us, or attract the right people into our lives instead of wasting our time trying to fit in with the wrong ones. Now, to go back to Abraham Lincoln's analogy of the tree and the shadow, character and reputation, depending on where the sun is at in different times of the day, it's going to change the size and shape of the shadow. So depending on how people are looking at you, your reputation is going to be perceived as something else. But the tree is still the tree. You are still you. So if your roots are grounded in your beliefs and values, then you're going to be you no matter what comes into your life. Strong winds may come and may sway you, make you bend, but if you stay grounded in your beliefs and values, they won't break you. The wind won't break you. If, you lose some branches in those strong winds and those storms, that's just helping shape you. And those bitter, cold falls and winters where, we go through tough times and it feels like everything is just falling like leaves, that's okay, because life is secular and you're going to continue growing because you're still grounded in those characteristics, those values and ideas of who you really are. So you will still grow. Your leaves will grow back. Maybe some flowers too. Hopefully ones that smell good. So stay grounded in who you are. Don't worry about your shadow. Focus on being a strong rooted tree, strong in who you are, and let the people, the animals, or whatever analogy you want to use for people coming to your tree, your family building a tree house in you one day, let that come to you because you are sure of who you are. So yes, as a greatness facilitator, I want you to be the best version of yourself, but I want you to grow up from where you're rooted, where you're planted. So grow up, keep moving forward, step up to greatness. Peace.